What led you to decide to leave Matt Coronado out of the lineup tonight?
Matt, I would put Matt in the category right now, and there's a few of our players in that category of trying too hard that things have become forced for him. And that's shown up in his play over a little bit. So giving him a chance to just kind of reset and catch his breath was something that we felt was important for him.
In terms of that, like to take advantage of the reset, what do you tell him for tonight? What do you want him to focus on? What do you want him to do as he tries to get back in?
Well, he's going to get back in our next game. It's more of just taking a breath. I mean, you recognize that you're a really good player, and I think always when you get into situations like we're in, there's a tendency for everybody to want to try to do a little bit too much to try to help the team get out of where we're in right now. And as I mentioned, there's a few guys that are in that category, but when you take care of your own game and just you take care of your own house first, then everything else falls into place. And that's really it for Matt. Just take a deep breath and then get ready to play in Toronto.
We're starting to see some consistency with your D pairings. Are you happy with what you're getting from that group?
We're yes and no, Wilsey, again. Like there's been stretches where I think we're starting to settle down and there's a little bit more composure and there's some more plays that are being made there. So it is kind of going in the right direction, but I do still feel like we've got a ways to go there yet.
Yeah. What could a move to the wing do for Morgan Frost, and kind of what are you hoping to see out of him in a different position tonight?
Well, I think it could free him up for a little bit more speed to the game. I think when you're in the middle of the ice, you have a lot of responsibilities down low. And one, he's an offensive player, and putting him with two offensive guys hopefully will help out there. But the big thing for me is it allows him not to have so much responsibility in his own zone. So this hopefully will free him up to touch the puck more and help us generate a little bit more.
You talked on Friday about Zane at the top of that first power play, and what did you like about him there?
I did like him there. I mean, there's going to be plays where mistakes will happen, and that's going to be a normal thing. But what I do like about him is he's now quick to move the puck from one side to the other. And that was very evident on the Kadri goal that we scored in Winnipeg. The second thing, to me, he's very much a shot threat from the top when he moves across the blue line. So those two things together, I think, will help our power play maybe complete or finish some of the chances it's been getting to this point.
Is it hard, this is going to sound like a weird question, is it hard for a coach at the NHL level to convince a rookie that you're not lying to him when you say mistakes can happen? We get that that's part of it.
I don't know if it's hard to convince them now. Like they're all the younger guys that do come in, they all have a bit of swagger to them. And that's kind of the way they've grown up playing the game. So there are mistakes that are going to happen, and it's almost like it is what it is. The biggest thing for us, we give them a lot of leeway in certain areas. Others, we don't want to see the same mistake 2 or 3 or 4 times that cost the team in certain situations. And I think Zane's been very good at that, trying to build his game away from the puck. So he's done a really good job with that so far.
I think kind of despite his size, most guys in that locker room know that Adam Klapka didn't kind of come up the ranks as a fighter. What's it mean to the group that he's willing to do a bit of that now?
Well, I think certain players, they want to make a stamp, put a stamp on the game, some way, shape, or form. And until a guy gets his footing to be a consistent everyday player, they look at, is there a role that I can grab hold of and be a guy that they won't take me out of the lineup because of what I bring to the table. And for him, part of that means being a physical, straight line guy. And if it ends up with the odd scrap along the way, he's more than capable of handling himself because of the sheer size. But I think it's good for us. He's a presence when he's on the ice. And there's been nights where I think he's been really effective with just keeping his game simple, going up and down the wall and finishing his checks and then getting that big frame to the front of the net.
What challenges do the Rangers present tonight?
They're a very good team. I think they're a better team than what you would look at when you look at their record. They don't give you a lot, and they continue to have the offensive weapons that they've always had.
I know, obviously, when you're playing with Michael and Blake, you sort of see a lot of the other team's top players. What have you seen from Sam Honzek last few games?
Sam's been excellent with the pace of the game that he's playing with. Like, he's checking with purpose, so he's closing really quick on people. His stick has been good. The one thing you do like about Sam, I look at him more as a coach's player, where details really matter to him. And I think along the lines of Wes's comment, a younger guy's trying to figure out, okay, how do I stay in the NHL? He's trying to figure or trying to understand for himself that if I am a good checker and I play with pace, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to be staying around. So I think he's understanding what's required of him.
Ryan, are you seeing the things you want to see, like in terms of the balance urgency with where your team is, but also the group keeping it upbeat and those types of things?
Yeah, it's such a fine line because it's not a lot of fun. I mean, you can't sugarcoat that by any stretch of the imagination, but we have done a good job. Our leaders have done a good job of making sure that the team is energized every day. You turn the page and get yourself ready for what's right in front of you. So they have done a really good job with that.
Can I just ask you one more? Not top of mind, I know today, but I know a lot of people were really pleased with Axel Herding's progress during camp, and then he goes and gets named the captain of the Hitmen. What can that sort of honor do for him at this point?
Well, I think the confidence that he should have left our camp with probably allowed him to get off to a good start. Like he was very, you can tell that he's a very smart, intelligent defender. Like I don't know if he's going to be Chris Tanev like, or if he's going to be that type of guy, but he really thinks it well and he uses his frame to his advantage. So I think the confidence he gained probably with our camp here this year has put him in a position to not only be a key leader on the ice, but now he's starting to do things off the ice because of how he's feeling about himself and his game.